I'm excited to, I want to say come back home to myself, but I truly feel like I am meeting and greeting a new, completely new, fuller version of myself. As if I didn't even know. I mean, I know anything is possible, but when I tell you I'm popping my shit with a capital P, and that's on Pilar. Like, period. Like, I don't know. Something definitely has changed, and I have felt it in my body for a while now. And these last few months have been so challenging for me to like keep recording, to keep trying to show up, to keep taking care of myself, and like not dwelling on the past. And I'm coming back from falling off on my routines and my meds and my therapies and all of that stuff, while I've just been like sorting out some stuff before I make it back home. And I'm happy to be here in this moment, and I'm happy to feel healthier, and I'm happy that I get to be vulnerable enough to finally get out of denial that I want love and I want to be loved, and I want love. I can't even say this shit. It feels good to finally admit that I do desire to be loved and understood. And I do desire to love deeply, even at the risk of losing it all, right? Love, loss, all of that. But I know I'm at the place where I can only offer courage and try to be brave and fumble through it all as I try to create healthier relationships without the weight of that yearning for that closure with my motherhood wound, and to stop unjustly expecting. It's so weird, I guess subconsciously, like you're unjustly expecting, or maybe you're unjustly expecting a certain type of love, or maybe you're banking on a person failing or not being able to understand right away, or messing up, or like you're almost trying to prove yourself right. And so now I'm proving myself wrong in some of those beliefs that I just realized that were still lingering in my body. Fear of like infidelity, and that's not even my vibe. Like I don't like wasting time, and I don't like lying, so I'm not about to be out here. I'd rather just be single. I don't understand the whole dynamic of like cheating to an extent. I guess you can understand certain things, but it's not my vibe. Cheating's not my vibe. So recognizing this fear of like this broken trust, with another loving relationship where I was where I'm vulnerable, and realizing how that has held me back. And not only with relationally, but like within my career. Like, this shit is deep, y'all. Like, these wounds run so deep, like you won't even recognize that, how it's coming out, and how the other person on the receiving end is ingesting that and absorbing like your energy. So that has been a new, I guess I care now, like how someone is experiencing me. Like I care in a different way now. So yeah, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot in these last April, May, June, July, like 4.5, 5 months. I've learned, like, I'm just feel like Hi, I'm Demai Scott. Oh my God, I can't even say it. Hi, I'm Demai Scott. Like, every day I'm introduced to a new version of myself. Every day I've just learned something or overcame something. And I'm just like, oh my God, it's happening. Like, bro, it's happening. I do think releasing that motherhood yearning is the key for, at least for me. I think it's the key for a lot of people to free yourselves and release certain expectations that I've accepted. Just, they won't be fulfilled because I'm not looking for a mother. Like, not looking for a mom, not wanting to be nobody's mom. I want to be loved down, and I want to love, and I have so much love to give. And hell yeah, like, put yourself out there and just keep feeling through your success. Like, you can't reach your goals without failure, bro. You just can't. So fail your way right into that healthy relationship, and fail your way right into the success of your dreams, and change your career because you quite literally hate your job. It doesn't bring you joy. So figure that part out, and then go from there, and trust that you will have the tools, that you will seek and figure out how to guide yourself through your healing journey, and also guide yourself to meeting the highest version of you. That the idea of me getting to meet a newer version of me consistently throughout the remainder of my life, because I have chosen to do so, because I have fallen in love with change. It's the only constant. Guaranteed. Things must change. Things will change. And you have to fall in love with the idea of constant change in order to grow through it. That's why we keep getting stuck, y'all. That change start to catch up with you. You like, wait a minute, I'm having a cognitive dissonance. Like, I'm acting this way, believing this, and my beliefs are one thing, but my behaviors are the other. And it's just like, oh my God, like, it is that deep. Like, and I can always go deeper. Like, it's crazy out here. But these revelations and like this journey, and just knowing, like, the more you stand in your authenticity, the more that you stand in your truth, the healthier you become, the happier you are. Like, I feel like my skin is just better. And yeah, like, yeah, you just meet better people. Like, be authentic, be authentically you, be weird. Like, from the jump, just be who you are, because I know I'm not holding that shit in no more. Like, it is what it is. And hopefully someone matches my weird, and hopefully we all can create relationships that feel really good to the soul, and feel like working through and talking through and actively listening and taking responsibility for how you showed up before you become defensive because of someone else's experience of you. And that's hard. All the deep breathing in the world, sometimes when you're like in that spot, you know, everything in you wants to be like, well, no, you know, you want to explain away like why you showed up this way or that way, but it really doesn't matter, because the way you showed up hurt someone in a relationship that you are fostering. So in order to be able to like healthily express that, hey, you hurt me, or I didn't like this and it didn't feel good when you said that, like, you got to be open to receiving that to get that also. Like, if that, you got to be open to hearing that and sitting in that with the other person that you're trying to establish these healthy relationships with and learn their boundaries, because we all want the same thing. It's just harder when it happens in real life and like you're like, okay, this is interesting. You have to shift into curiosity. You can't, if you don't shift into curiosity in moments where your instinct is to be defensive, you will shift into guilt, shame, or criticism. Your pick. It'll be something. Either way, it'll be something fierce and you'll make it about you. And it's just simply not about you. Yeah. And I think that's half of the battle with the millennial daughter and estranged mother dynamic, is the lack of acceptance that my story is not all about you. It's not about how you feel hearing how I experienced you. No. I already sat in it. So if I can sit in it and learn to live with it, learn to forgive it, learn to release it from my body. Yeah, call it a high expectation or whatever you want. But I'm no longer accepting a person who claims to want a relationship with me not being able to reciprocate that same, I almost want to say courtesy, but I really think it's just like emotional wisdom and open-mindedness, right? I've heard some weird shit about who I was when I was going through certain things. And it's like, damn, sometimes you don't remember that. And I remember, like, it's crazy because you won't even remember all of the turmoil that you were spewing out when you were in the thick of it. And so to hear those behaviors kind of spewed back at you, and it's like, wow, like, yeah, that was tough, you know? So also learning how to, like, self-forgiveness is crucial on this journey. Like, you can't heal until you learn how to forgive, like, yourself. Like, start with yourself. Fuck all that forgive these people and blah, blah, blah. Can you forgive yourself first, please? Because until you forgive yourself for how you showed up, I think it's very, very hard to have compassion for another for how they showed up and give them grace with boundaries. So obviously use your discernment, but yeah, I'm no longer accepting crumbs. I'm no longer making excuses for anyone. We're all adults. And I'm no longer holding on to old relational baggage that has hindered my abundance and that has hindered me from accepting that I'm just a little princess who wants a little fairy tale. I guess I want a little bit of a fairy tale, but like a real fairy tale, like real shit. No, I don't want a fairy tale. I want Elizabeth. I want my Elizabeth Bennet, because I definitely give Mr. Darcy, and that's fine. Love him down. But man, Elizabeth, yeah, I want my Pride and Prejudice. I want that journey of skepticism and curiosity, and then likeness and patience and grace and just space and time, thoughtfulness. I want that. I want that passion, that yearn. I give that. And now I'm finally ready to say that I want that. And I Love that for me. And I love that for you too.